DITA for decision makers, how Word and FrameMaker might be wasting your money, explores how DITA can save your organization money and increase the flexibility of your product information, all without compromising the quality of your documentation or training materials. Today's webinar is the first in SDI's new The Business of Information series. This series of free webinars is designed to help managers and executives get the greatest value out of product documentation and training development budgets. My name is Chris Benz, and I'm SDI's Vice President of Account Development. I have advised companies on technical and corporate communications for over 20 years and have managed multiple DITA implementations. SDI is a global provider of cost-effective consulting and solutions for both product documentation and training development. We manage DITA implementations for multiple Fortune 100 companies, and one of our top DITA experts, Julio Vasquez, has just published the second edition of his book, Practical DITA. In today's webinar, we'll start with a brief definition of DITA, and then compare how Word, FrameMaker, and DITA all manage technical content. We'll look at the advantages and disadvantages of DITA, and pose several questions that will help you decide if DITA is right for your organization. DITA defined. DITA is an XML application that was originally designed by IBM specifically for technical content. IBM then donated DITA as an open standard, and ever since then, DITA's market presence has been growing. Before I explain how DITA works, I want to explore some of the basic concepts about how Word and FrameMaker deal with technical content. Both Word and FrameMaker are primarily designed for print publications, and while publishing from Word and FrameMaker to other formats such as online help or HTML is possible, it does generally require additional tools. When writers work in Word and FrameMaker, they write specific pieces of content that are generally for a single context. And when you have Word and FrameMaker files, the file formats are proprietary, which means that if you want to move to a different tool or a different type of output, you often need to deal with a file conversion process. While Word is best suited for smaller documents, say 50 pages or less, FrameMaker can handle documents of just about any size and complexity, including documents that are thousands of pages long. But Word and FrameMaker both deal with formatting in basically the same way. When writers are developing content, the formatting is ever present because they're working in a what you see is what you get or WYSIWYG environment. And this makes the formatting subject to individual writer whims. Now, in ideal situations, formatting in Word and FrameMaker is strictly controlled by templates and defined styles. In many situations, though, because writers can, they will apply and tweak formatting as they go. And this can lead to time wasting, and it reduces the consistency of the look and feel between documents that are developed by different writers. So, now that you have a basic understanding of how Word and FrameMaker deal with technical content, what makes DITA different? When writers work in DITA, they develop standalone chunks of content known as topics. A topic might be how to print a spreadsheet or how to delete an email. Writers develop small, context-neutral topics that can be used in multiple deliverables. Depending on the volume of your topics, you may want to manage them through a content management system or CMS. Formatting is very different in DITA. It's completely separate from content, which allows you to enforce formatting centrally and prevents the writers from adding their own special touches. Finally, a publishing engine that's DITA aware combines the topics needed for a specific deliverable and applies the appropriate formatting. Let's see this in action. On the left side of our screen, we have our DITA topic pool. These are our standalone topics. They're color-coded for this presentation. The yellow topics are specific to product X. The one red topic is specific to product Y. The purple topic applies to both product X and Y, and the green topics apply to all products. Now let's say we want to output the information set for product X. We would issue a publish command, and the publishing engine would take over. So a couple of things have happened here with our publishing engine. First, notice that the red topic, which was specific to product Y, has been left behind. Second, the publishing engine has rearranged the topics in the order that they should appear in the product X deliverables. So it really doesn't matter in your DITA topic pool what order the topics appear. They're just a general pool of topics that you can pull to produce information deliverables for any product. The publishing engine then outputs whatever is defined for that product. In this case, the publishing engine applied a PDF format to produce a user manual, a CHM or Microsoft Online Help format for online help, and an HTML format for some web-based frequently asked questions. The advantages and disadvantages of DITA. One of the key advantages of DITA is that it provides a single source for content. So for example, if you have a topic called About Our Company and you want to have that appear in all of your information deliverables, you can have a writer develop that topic one time in DITA and then set up your DITA publishing engine to insert that topic in all of your training materials, user manuals, and so on. This not only saves you information development effort and costs, but has the added advantage that should the content in that topic need to change over time, you only need to change that content in one place. DITA can also streamline your review process. In a traditional writing environment, a writer might develop 500 pages of content first draft before sending it off for review. In DITA, however, because development is topic-based, a writer is encouraged to send batches of information that are smaller, say 10 or 20 topics, which might be the equivalent of 5 or 10 pages of content. This allows the writer to continue developing content while the reviewers are reviewing. The reviewers are never stuck with reviewing 500 pages at a time, and as you get close to project completion time, you have a higher percentage of your content that's already been reviewed and approved. As I mentioned before, formatting is separate from content in DITA, which helps prevent writers from spending a lot of time tweaking the format to look the way that they want it to look. As an open standard, DITA is widely supported by software vendors, which allows you to select tools that best fit your needs and budget. DITA also creates a structured writing environment. When writers develop in an unstructured environment, they often provide much more content than the readers will ever need or want to read. A structured writing environment, however, helps eliminate extraneous content and helps ensure that the level of detail among topics, even if developed by different writers, is consistent. Finally, because writing in DITA tends to lead to a smaller volume of content, it can lower your translation costs. As with any technology, there are some disadvantages to DITA. There are the initial implementation, conversion, and learning challenges. Also, a successful DITA implementation requires that someone on the team have a solid knowledge of DITA, transforms, which is part of the magic behind a DITA publishing engine, and content reuse strategies. However, overall, the advantages of DITA generally outweigh the disadvantages.